So I want to give you a little bit of a warning because this video might piss you off a little bit if you are aware of this problem, but based on the title of this video and what you may already think this video might be about, you may or may not already know if you're this type of person or not. Now, this is all about people that claim to never have enough time or to never have enough free time to do what they want to do. And I'm one of them, but we've all been there. We have always at some point said we don't have enough time for X, Y, Z, whatever it might be, right? And the reality is we all have enough time. And the ironic thing is that the people that are the busiest typically actually admit that they have the small amount of time they actually have free to spare to give to somebody else, to spend time with them, to socialize, to put into a work-related business, whatever it might be, right? And typically the people that have the most time available end up saying, maybe for, actual valid reasons that are just too embarrassed or feel judgment to admit, whatever it might be, the people that are typically the most free end up having the most reasons to say, they're too busy doing whatever it might be. Typically because of mental health reasons, actual valid reasons I don't want to admit, again, because of judgment, embarrassment, whatever it might be. Now, I'm making this video because it's all to do with time and the fact that one of my most popular videos is all about the fact that, we typically end up saying that time is this thing that we always complain about not having enough of, even though, paradoxically speaking, the irony of it is that we have way more time than we could ever imagine. Now, time works in a similar way to our financial situation for a lot of people, depending on the kind of habits we have in our lives and the kind of the people we are, what kind of character we're like, what our personalities are. Because there will be people that will impulse buy and say that they never have enough money, but they are their own worst enemy in that case. I've been there as well. I'm still there. I'm still have my own problems anyway with regards to financial situations and things and bad habits and things like that they're trying to still, stamp out and make sense of. But I think time and money here in a similar situation obviously tie into each other, not in the same ways people think they do, like working for time for money. Obviously, over time, when you learn more about financial literacy, financial education, you can quickly, but for most people, slowly realize that you want to stop exchanging your time for money and end up just exchanging your time, your value you provide for the amount of money that you charge for something, not necessarily, dollar per hour or dollar per year salary type of thing. So the point of this video is I'd like, if it's possible, for you to become aware, maybe not in this video, but for you to start realizing how much time you really have. Because you probably don't realize it if you are not yet aware how much time you really have. Just like maybe I would guess a large percentage of people probably have the same problem financially at the same time. If they have this tendency with time, they probably have this habit with money as well, where you probably haven't looked at your finances in a long time. Not necessarily business finances, but just personal finances, whether you're a freelancer, business owner, work for a company, whatever position you might be in financially. When was the last time you looked at your bank statement and saw all of the outgoings you have every single month? Do you know each one off by heart? Do you know how much goes out every month? Or are you shocked at how much you have left over each month or don't have left over? Because we treat our finances the same way we typically treat our time, most people, in the sense that we will say we don't have enough time for this, even though we will happily doom scroll on social media for an hour of an evening, or watch this thing on Netflix that we don't need to watch, even though we tell our friends or co-workers or bosses, whoever it might be in our lives, we don't have enough time for X, Y, or Z. I've said Z and Z twice in the same thing. US and British audiences, hello. It's the mix of Z and Z. But anyway, I think I really wanted to highlight this kind of interesting paradox that people give themselves and the irony people create in their own lives, whether it's socially for work reasons, socially for pleasure reasons, going out with friends, socializing, or for work, rest, play, whatever it might be. We always say we don't have enough time for something, even though we will end up wasting time, whatever you might consider to be a label of wasting, but spending time doing things that we otherwise, most people might consider to be wasting time. And it's the same with our finances. we might say we don't have enough money this month, this week, this year, but we go on that fancy holiday this year, or we, impulse buy 2 or 3 different things we don't actually want to really or need because it's just impulse buy based on cravings. We saw something on social media from some dropshipper or something on Amazon we liked because we're just randomly scrolling. And it's really interesting because time and money work in a very similar situation here. We say we don't have enough money, we say we don't have enough time, and yet we waste those precious hours or we waste those precious dollars at just random moments in our lives because a lot of the time it is just because of valid reasons and we're too embarrassed or we fear the judgment to be truthful and transparent with our friends or family or colleagues about we don't want to just say no to them because again it might be just any personal reasons. And it might, especially the same with finances. Most people don't want to be transparent about their finances with anyone in their lives, let alone themselves. So I do think time and money go hand in hand here. But the main point of this video is to really hopefully help you become more aware, like I'm trying to become more aware of myself, for my own time and financial situation, because they do both go hand in hand here. Although it's more of a time-based video here, they do go hand in hand, time and money here, because just to help you become more aware of how much time you really have and the fact that you might actually not realize how often you say you don't have much time, I don't have enough time. But yet look at your day and realize how long things actually take and how much time you actually have. Because how long do you really spend working? How long do you really spend having meals, eating, drinking, doing X, Y, Z, whatever it might be? How much time? Becoming aware of what you're doing in a day, in the week, in the month, in the year. And the same with your finances. Become aware how much you make, become aware of how much you spend, and just they both go hand in hand. And it's really interesting to become more aware of your situation, especially when it regards to your time and how much time you actually have. Because becoming more aware of how much time you actually have in your day, in your week, in your month, in a year allows you to end up doing more or having more time to do the things you want to do. And that's really important. So yeah, it's a pretty shortish video, but just kind of wanted to help you hopefully increase your awareness for how much time you actually have in your day, in your week, in your month, to help you actually spend less time doing the things you just waste time on. Waste, I will use in quotes there because that's subjective, but maybe save time from doom scrolling on social media and spend more time with your family or with your colleagues or whatever it might be in a more precious moment of time rather than wasting 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, an hour here, an hour there. Like most people are spending 75% of their day on their phone, which is 75% of their life on their phone. So if you don't need to be on your phone because you don't work on your phone, then get off your phone. And I make money off social media, so it's get off your phone. If you don't want to be on your phone and it's a waste of time, quote unquote, to be on your phone, get off your phone. But ultimately, just become more aware of the time you actually have so that you can spend more time focusing on what you want to focus on, and the same with your finances. And I'm the last person to, try and talk about bad financial situations because I've been there myself and I'm becoming more and more aware of it over the past few years. But I think time and money go hand in hand there with being more aware of our actual situation, what we are doing and what we're not doing, and how much time we actually have. So yeah, random video, but thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you later.